What is up, future millionaires? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Ellie Talks Money. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about, listen, I get this question in my DMs, in my stories, on my posts, a lot. And when I go and meet some of you guys in person or at conferences, this question comes up a lot. And that is, girl, imposter syndrome is kicking my butt. How do I overcome it? How do I beat imposter syndrome? So this is the last video on imposter syndrome you will ever need to watch. After this, you are going to get all the tips that you need, okay? If you are new here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I give tons of value here and I can't wait for you to be a part of the community. And please go ahead and like this video. It really helps the channel and it helps me, and so I can continue to help you. So grab your notebook, grab a pen, and let's get into these gems.
Ellie talks money to create the better days. Business, money, life, the Ellie way.
All right, y'all, welcome back into the video. So let's get right into the topic at hand, how to beat imposter syndrome for good, okay? This is not going to be something that continues to bother you all the way into 2024, 2025, 26. After you watch this video, it is done. And I want you to go ahead and share this with someone else who needs to overcome imposter syndrome too, so that we can all grow together, okay? First tip that I have for you is I really want you to understand that imposter syndrome is our mind's way of making us afraid. And it's also society's way of making us feel like we're not as good as other people. It's really just a mind trick, right? And there's a specific reason that women tend to deal with imposter syndrome more than anyone. And that's because we are continually comparing ourselves to men and thinking, ooh, can I be as successful, or can I do this in the same way or better than my counterparts? But what I want you to understand is you are not in competition with anyone. Comment down below, I have no competition, okay? Comment that in the chat, I have no competition. You are not in competition with anyone. You are only in competition with the version of you that existed yesterday. And your only goal is to bring your dreams and visions to life. It's not about what anyone else is doing and doing anything better than them. Your job is to focus on you, your skills, your goals, your ideas, and bring that to life. And so that one tip alone should help decrease those thoughts of imposter syndrome, because you cannot be feeling like an imposter when you're not comparing yourself to anyone else's journey or anyone else's life or anyone else's choices. You cannot possibly be an imposter to your own life, to your own experience, to your own journey. It's yours. It belongs to you. But it's when we get ourselves caught up in thinking, well, this person seems like they've been doing it for longer, or how do I know if I'm qualified to teach because, I've only been doing it this long and this person's been doing it for this long. All of that is built up in what someone else is doing. Focus on you. Again, you cannot be an imposter on your own journey because it's yours. Now, next tip that I have for you is I want you to make a list of all of your accomplishments. Okay, I call it my big up list. You have to big up yourself. Okay, this is where you should really, it's almost like a rap sheet. Everything you've achieved, what you're good at, what people have complimented you for. If you've had a job and gotten really good results, you need to write that down. If you've created great things, if you've been in art shows, if you have a business and you've achieved X amount of sales, all the things that make up your expertise, your knowledge, your achievements and accomplishments, write those down in a sheet. This is going to be your go-to big up sheet. Anytime that little whisper of doubt, whisper of imposter syndrome starts to come and tell you that you're not qualified, you go back to that sheet and you remember, no, but you know what? I did this, I did that, I did this too. Yes, I am qualified. Yes, I am qualified. The second tip that I really have for you guys, or I guess in this case, the third, is I want to make sure that you all incorporate mindset routines and affirmations into your day. And I cannot speak to this enough. You guys, I can tell you, if you've been following me for a while, you know my story. I started my business off the tail end of being on social services and driving DoorDash, and then I turned it into a 7-figure business. I still have to affirm myself. I still have to build my confidence. I still have to tell myself, Ellie, you got this. You're qualified. Keep going. You are going to keep impacting people. You're building something great, because self-doubt, fear, imposter syndrome, it can impact us at any time, right? You, being that you might be at the beginning of your business phase, you might even be someone who's been doing this a while. Do not allow those thoughts to take up space in your mind. You have to instead replace them with affirmations that remind you of who you are. So, something I like to say to myself is, I am qualified to do what I am doing, whether it's a business or a job. I am qualified to be where I am, to be doing what I'm doing, and people gain value from what I have to share. That's one example, right? This is going to remind you that you're qualified. This is going to remind you that you know what you're doing. This is going to remind you that you should, and also that what you do is bringing value to other people. Whether you've been, coding for only 1 year doesn't mean that you're not qualified to then show other people how to code. Because remember, you have gone from point A to point B in some particular area. And there are so many people who are stuck at point A. Your job is to get them from point A to B. And for that reason alone, you're qualified. For that reason alone. You're not saying that you're helping someone get to point Z because you haven't gotten there yet, but you are qualified to do what you know how to do and what you have already experienced. Last thing that I want to share with you guys, and this one is really important, is to keep learning, to keep diving into your expertise, to keep getting better at it, to keep sharpening your skills, to keep talking about it, to keep creating content. This is going to help you not only build your confidence and push imposter syndrome to the side, because imposter syndrome wants you to stop, wants you to not do what it is you think you can do, wants you to not go out and create the content, wants you to not talk about your expertise, wants you to not try to get customers or get clients. It wants you to stop. So to beat that, you have to go and do more of that. Keep using your voice. Keep talking about your accomplishments. Keep sharing with people what you've learned. Keep giving advice. Keep talking about strategy. Keep giving your expertise. Keep doing your creative things. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep making, keep doing the art, keep doing the fashion, whatever it is, keep doing it. And that's going to strengthen that muscle, that confidence muscle, to where, like I said, you're beating imposter syndrome for the last time after this video. So something I often do is I'm always learning more about my industry, about business coaching, about business in general, about funding, things that continue to help feed me and also remind me that I know what I'm talking about. I can do this, and I'm going to keep sharing this information with my community. I'm going to keep posting YouTube videos. I'm going to keep going live. I'm going to keep doing these things so that even when that little voice of fear and doubt tries to say, oh, you should stop now, that's not an option. So I want you guys to comment down below which of these is most beneficial to you, which of these tips, and which has been maybe the hardest for you, because I know that it's a battle we face both in our jobs, starting a business, really anything that requires us to put ourselves out there. But again, you cannot be an imposter on your own journey. This is your life. This is your experience. You are the number one person who is qualified to share from your I perspective. Okay, so I want you guys to subscribe and like this video as well, and go check out the rest of the videos on my channel. See you guys in the next one.